talking about, do you feel it? I feel a lot of things. Well, how about the intensity of emotions? The intensity of being really, really tired, tired, headachy, your joints are hurting, your emotions are like or have been like a roller coaster. You've had literally ups and downs and ups and downs. Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. Ups and downs all day long. And it wasn't just normal ups and downs, like gradual up and downs. Oh no, this thing was like spiking. It's spiking. There was no curve. There was no smooth curve. No, this is like spiking up and down, all day, off and on, all day, to where you felt it. You felt it. It was not smooth up and downs. Intensity, you feel it. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. There is something, and granted, we know that the activity from the sun that plays a role in it too, but there's got to be something much more. We're electric beings too. We are electric beings. We can move our feet and take our finger and we can shock people with it. But yesterday, every single joint in your body and your ears were ringing. Was anybody feeling like nauseous too, like having nauseousness? Such a bad headache where you were so nauseous, you just felt like you just wanted to throw up, or you were throwing up so much, you just felt so lightheaded. Um, Something is happening. And did you feel it? Are you feeling it? Do you feel it? I'm not talking about like this right here curves. We're talking about big spikes. Big spikes. Because when it spikes, it's a point and you feel it. You feel it right, right there or somewhere in your body. You feel it. And it can wreak havocs on your emotion. It can wreak havoc on your emotions. Lightheaded and sleepy. You're feeling those things that you mentioned. Yeah, something is happening, and it's not an isolated incident. It's not. It's happening around the world. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. None of those things. There really is not a common denominator. The only common denominator is you're a human being. You are a human being. You got a human body, and you're feeling the extremes, but the extremes are literally spikes, spikes of extremes, and you may not even be able to you may not even put your finger on it, thinking, why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? What is wrong with me? Why am I feeling so emotional? Why am I feeling like I just want to cry? Why am I feeling as if I've been stuck down into a downward spiral? Why am I feeling this? See, because you could be feeling that. And you may be asking yourself, why? Why am I feeling it? I can't think of any reason. Or maybe you got really upset. Maybe you got angry. You may feel anger in you too. It can affect people differently, a whole lot differently. One person can have one set of symptoms and the other person could have some set of symptoms. And then some people may not have anything. They may just have, oh, well, I just feel peaceful and calm. Well, then it missed you that day. Then it missed you today. But for some, it literally has been like a spike, like a big spike, not a curve. It's like hills and valleys. Oh no, you got big peaks, spikes, where the stuff has piked. You got excessive anger yesterday. Wilden had, well, Wilden, Wyden, thank you for sharing that, you all. There's something, and we can't control it. It's hard to control it. When you feel yourself getting upset and you think, why? My eyes kind of hurt. Why am I feeling so upset? What has happened that made me feel upset? And you can look around and you try to figure it out, but you're not figuring nothing out. You don't even have an explanation. And then you think, well, why did I get upset? Or somebody say, why did you get upset? I don't know. Why are you crying? I don't like this. I don't know why I'm crying. I have no idea. I'm just so sad. Something like that. You have no idea why you're crying. You're just so sad. You have no idea why you just want to lay in the bed. Cover your head. Cover your head. This, whatever is happening, is really bringing out a lot in people, a whole lot. It's it's not a good feeling because it makes us feel like we're not in control of our emotions. We're not in control of our pain in our body. None of it, whatever it is, it's like it is in control. And the stuff does not subside until whatever it is decides, okay, well, I guess we'll turn the knob. We're gonna turn the knob now. We'll see if we can the feeling subside. You know what that happens is psychological warfare. That's what they do. Psychological warfare. You have ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs, but these there's no hills. No, it's spikes. It is spikes. And for some people, there is no let up. You might get a reprieve from it for once in a thing. You ready to wrap yourself in a tinfoil hat. Paranormal, honey. You go ahead and you wrap yourself in a tinfoil hat. If that is going to help you, because that's what they show in the cartoons, you can do it. You can do it. Just put it in your head because there are some people who do say that it really does help. It's like a Faraday cage with that. If with that no holes in it, the stuff cannot get through it. You thought your thoughts are not your own at times. That's right. That's right. Like, you could just be doing something. That is true. And then all of a sudden, you can be minding your own business. You could be at peace. Then all of a sudden, a bad thought pops in your head and thinking, I'm not going to think on that thought. Get it out of my head because it's a terrible, terrible thought. They literally, it's like the thought gets like somebody pushes the button, brings a thought to your forefront right there in front of you like that in your head, and it makes you think that you're thinking it, but it's not your thought. It's a really a bad thought that popped in your head. Why am I doing like that? It's like a spike. Well, because that's probably what the thought did. It spiked a really bad place in your mind, spiked a really bad place in your mind, put a really bad thought up there, and you had to tell yourself, get behind me, Satan. Get out of my head, thought, because I don't want you in my head. You can just get away. And you have to literally tell yourself to think something of it, something different. Push that thought. You have to literally push the thought out of your way because you know it's not you. It did not originate with you. It came from outside your body. It came from some type of frequency that beamed something in your head. You know, that sounds really silly. Is it silly? Is it silly? There's such thing as mind control. There's such things as false memories. They'll tell you got a lot of false memories with the Mandela effect. Some people remember things being a certain way, while others remember it being another way. We got a lot of false memories. False memory says it never existed. So they're going to tell you that, oh, well, that thought never existed. It's just a false memory. Yeah, because it didn't belong to you. They put it in there. Something put it in there, you all. Hello. No, it's not silly. It's not silly at all. When you're going about your business, you wake up. You might have been in a good mood when you woke up, but then as the day progressed, something put you in a bad mood. And it could have been thoughts that entered your mind, put you in a bad mood, or you just started thinking about something that normally didn't bother you, but you started maybe dwelling on it and thinking the worst of a situation, and you just ran with it. You just said, "Oh, got it. I'm going. That's true. It's true." When you know that was not true. Whatever it was that entered your mind and you dwelled on it, and then you let it make you believe whatever it is that your mind was playing on you, that it was real, and you ran with it, and it ruined your day. It ruined your day and made you mad. And then here's how you have to look at it. You sat there and you wasted your whole entire day thinking about something that never did even come into fruition except in your own mind. in your own mind, something came into fruition and it was bad. It was not good, because if it was good, you'd had a wonderful day. Your vibration would have been way up here. That's what's been happening to you all. Whatever this is out there, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter about any of that stuff. There's spikes occurring. Spikes are occurring in our brain waves, more or less. Our brain waves, our thoughts, spikes occurring in our bodies, causing certain elements of pain, certain types of conditions, swelling and aching, massive headaches, massive stomach aches, ears are ringing, and you cannot shut the ringing out. No matter if you do this, you can't get it out of your head. And you may be behaving in ways that is not you. That's because it's not you. Something else is making you do it. It's like puppets on a string, like that. You see the puppets on a string? It's like something's up there pulling the strings, causing you to do certain things, is what it's like. And you know it, and you have no control over it. You think it's electronic warfare. That does happen. There is a such thing as electronic warfare. So do you feel it? Are you feeling it? Did you feel it for the past 2 days, or did you just really start feeling it today? You could have had a really emotional day where it literally spiked. There was no just like up and down, smooth. Oh, no, no, no. It was a severe spike. A severe spike. Up, and then it bottoms you out, and then it bottoms you out in a spike. Then it shoots you back up in a spike like they do the chat. They literally, like the chat. The chat looks like that too. On a live stream, you'll see great big spike up, and then they'll drop it into a great big spike down, and then they'll spike it back up. That's what's happening to us. If you were to look at a graph of how you were feeling and what was happening to you, it's something like that. It's not even like a normal heart monitor. No. It's something, and you can't control it. Well, somehow you can control it if you're aware of something happening, and you're going to have to tune it all out. You're going to have to tune it all out, retrain your mind to think a certain way, to get it to a place to where it's not going to dwell on false negatives. It's a lot of false negatives being put in people's minds, you all. You had a great day yesterday, but today the moods have been all over the place, Jasmine, honey. Thank you all for sharing. Girl, thank you for sharing what's been happening, because it really does help a lot of other people on here when they've been going about their day and they thinking, well, I don't know why I was feeling this way, or I don't know why they felt that way. Why they did that to me? Why did they feel this way all day long? I didn't do nothing to them. Or I wish that I could help them, but you can't help them. You cannot help somebody. You know that when you're in a mood, whatever you were in, there's nobody that's going to be able to help you outside of you. It seems like they can't stop whatever's occurring on the inside. And I'm giving myself a hot flash, and you can't stop them either. You can't stop it, because if you could stop it, you would have stopped it. It's not that the desire is not there. It's just like you have no control over it. And you're not going to let somebody else try to control it when you know yourself you can't control it. You just got to give the people the space. You got to give yourself some space and try to work it out and hope that it passes. It's like when you're sick, when your stomach is hurting, or your head is really splitting. You've got to be by yourself. You got to close your eyes. If you've had a massive migraine to where you're nauseous, nobody's going to be able to help you. I mean, you can get prayed for, but you know what's going to work. You're going to have to lay there, tune out the world, turn the lights out, lay still. Don't even move until it passes. Your husband calls hot flashes power surges. I love it. We're having a power surge in our body. Let's bring it on out. Bring out that power surge, you all. Let's get our bodies hot. It does make you hot. I like that better. Hot flash. I like a power surge from the inside, and that's a really good. Thank you. Rosie's mom having another hot flash. Bring some water, baby. I got some water right here. I do got some water, but I'll cool off, you all. But something's going on. Do you feel it? Did you feel it? Now, really, this is nothing to joke about. I mean, we can make light of it, but there's something serious happening because all of this stuff has not been happening before. It is like it's been ramped up. It's like being in an airplane, and you push that lever. You either push it up. Let's push it all the way up so you can climb, and then you pull it all the way down and you're nose diving straight down, and you do not want to crash. You don't want to crash when your emotions are like a roller coaster. You do not, because when you crash, you know what's going to happen. Somebody's going to get hurt, and it's going to come from you when you crash, because it's going to happen. It's going to spiral, 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 spiral until you pull that thing back up. Pull it back up so you don't do that. You don't want to cause some damage. See, that's the thing too. People get upset, and they say things and do things that they normally wouldn't do, and then it causes a chain reaction. But you're not in control of it. Something else is controlling you. Otherwise, you would not have been like that. You weren't. You had a tingly hands for the first time. Wow. Was it your left hand? Is it just one hand? Sometimes when your hand is tingly or your hands get hot, you have the gift of healing or something. Smash the button, you all. Smash the like button. Give it the thumbs up. I'm not going to tell you they won't reverse it or stop you from giving it a thumbs up. Something's going on. And it's been going on for quite some time, but it seems like it's intensifying. And some say that it is also, the sun is playing a role with the flares that it has. You got the aurora borealis. It's really active. We got big spaceships up there too, flying saucers, black holes, portals. I believe it's a combination of a lot of things. I really do. I don't think one thing can just be one thing you can pinpoint to it. You cannot pinpoint one thing. And you can't look at the individual and say, you know, that's it. That's it. It's them. It's them. They've always had it in them, and now I just finally see the true colors. They've always had it in them. I see the true colors. No, you don't. You see what's happened to them, the same thing that's happening to other people. They're being, I don't like to use the word TARGETED. I don't, but they are being that way with a weapon. Can you just picture the cartoon, like a cartoon, some green alien up there in space, setting on this great big device with a big old metal pole or ray gun or something shooting out of it that shoots frequencies. Just picture a great big green alien up there. Like, we can talk about the aliens in that way. We can be at up there in the air, in space or something, above your head in orbit, firing their weapons down at you, targeting these waves that are going to get in people's heads and making people angry or making people really sad, depending on how they want to turn that dial. Just think of the great big aliens up there. And they got a whole group of them, and they're pinpointing certain areas with their electronic warfare guns on the human race. It's got some aliens up there. Gina, now you know it's not aliens. Can I call them aliens? Okay, can I? I'm trying to explain it in a cartoony way. They're up there in orbit. They got their ray guns, that electronic frequency things, and they're targeting the humans, these green aliens, and they're giggling. They're bringing out all these emotions because they think it's funny. Do we think it's funny? No, we don't think it's funny. We don't think it's funny. To play with people's emotions, to play with people's bodies like that, to play with people's lives. It's like putting somebody in an electric chair, but they're up there. So but they would probably do that too. The little green aliens up there, the bad green ones, the big green aliens, if they could turn that dial enough, they'd like to see us go like that. And then they'd laugh. Then they'd laugh. They'd laugh and laugh and laugh I'm not saying that they don't do that to people, these aliens up there. I'm not. When I say aliens, I can very well infer also demons, demonic entities, because some aliens are demonic entities. So let me just call them demonic entity aliens up there. But we just, for the sake of it, call them green aliens, because they make you want to vomit when they got their weapons pinpointed at you, causing all this bodily stuff to our human bodies, because our bodies are prone to stuff like that when you mess up our frequency, because our bodies have a certain frequency. And when you turn your dial up there, you green aliens, and you pinpoint that frequency down to a certain region of human beings, you're messing up our frequency and you're scrambling it, and you're throwing our cells all out of whack. Our bodily functions are not functioning like they should. That's truly what's going on, you all. So do you feel it? Because those aliens up there are doing it. Yeah. And they may not be so far up there. They may not just be up there in orbit on a satellite. They could even be sitting on top of a tower. They could be sitting on top of the tower with their ray guns right there, the frequency things. And then they're connecting them all. Let's get them all. Let's trap them in a big triangular thing. Let's let the humans have it. Now I really hope that there aren't something like that up there, like some really bad aliens up there doing that. Because if so, we're in trouble. We really are in trouble, because nothing's being done to stop them. Nothing. If there truly is some type of warfare happening, going on like that. Are you feeling it? You're the captain of the craft. We've got it. We got some captains. We got some commanders. We do, you all. But there's something going on. Nobody likes to have their emotions be all out of whack to where you're crying or you're angry all the time, and then you're totally exhausted and your joints are killing you. No, nobody. And your ears are ringing. You got massive migraines to the point to where you just want to throw up. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody likes feeling like that, but it seems like it is accelerating more and more, and it appears to be more widespread than what people may think. Much more widespread, and there seems not to be too common of a denominator other than you're a human and you're in this body, and your body's getting rattled. It's getting rattled. Things are messing with you. We are organic beings, and the animals aren't liking it either. They're not feeling good either. So it's affecting the animals too. If your animals are behaving strange, they don't want to go outside or anything like that, it's affecting them too, and you know it is. They could be, I don't know if your animals are throwing up. You have headaches every day. See, and that's not good either. That's not to have headaches every day. If you've never had migraines, if you've never suffered with them, some people have suffered with migraines their whole entire life. Excuse me. Oh. And if you haven't done it, then you don't know what it feels like. That's right. They're so arrogant. They're weak. You're feeling weak and drained. There is something going around where people, I mean, the emergency rooms, the emergency room here in Washington County, the urgent care was so packed, they were turning people away. And one of the symptoms was the person was throwing up and so weak they thought they was on their deathbed. They had to drive to the next town in Seymour just to get seen, because the urgent care here was turning people away. There was no more room. There was no more bed. There was nothing. Something is going around you all also. So you got sickness on top of everything else that's occurring. Your animals are acting up, feeling dizzy. Robin Bird. Yeah. You controlled. You are a new doctor, Red, honey. I hope you have great ethics. That's what I hope. Lots of great ethics. We need more ethical doctors. We do. You're on disability, Mindy, honey. You feel the cause of dizziness. Yeah, it's going around. That's right. Um, Hello there, dragonfly. I gotta put on the full armor of protection. The dizziness of nauseousness is from the something rising. Things are off. High resonance levels. The Schumann resonance is probably spiked. Has a lot of spiking going on. Do you feel it? Did you all feel like you did not have any control of your emotions, and you didn't have like a normal roller coaster where it's up and down like that? No, this is literally spikes, spikes up and spikes down, drastic spikes up and down, and you couldn't prepare for it because it comes like that, and it lingers. It lingers. Um, or you may have somebody in your family also. You may have children acting up too because they're going to get affected too. You thought you had a tumor, the dizziness and the body aches, but no headaches and no tumor. Yeah. Um, something's happening to the people once a day and is still. Your son had headaches ringing in his ears. Ah, Patricia, honey, that's sorry. I am so sorry. Our children are they're in the midst of it too. They're in the midst of it. You might want to put a tinfoil hat on. That's what they do in the cartoons, and they do it in the real world. Tinfoil hats to try to block it or something and pray. Yeah. Food tastes horrible. Does anybody else not really have any desire to eat food because you just like it doesn't matter because it's like everything tastes like, I mean, it might taste good, but you just don't have the desire to want to eat anything like that. Tastes like that vitamin thing. Yeah. Oh, stares at the sky through the window. Oh, wow. Yeah. Um, you feel good only when you're outside. You hate everyone is like me, but I'm glad I'm not alone. You're not alone because whatever some people are feeling, the other people are feeling it too. They may not feel it in quite intensity that you do, and they may feel it the intensity that you do. Um, Somebody's feeling something. Gina, that's a given. Well, somebody's feeling something that you're feeling. All you have to do is read the comments section. If you thought, well, I just don't understand why I'm feeling like this. I just want to just cover my head up and I just want to cry. I feel so lonely. I feel so alone. I feel so sad. I feel horrible. I'm angry. You got to rise above it. You've got to rise above it. You got to fight back. You got to pray back and try to clear your mind. Listen to some frequency music or something. Read, do something. Don't don't stay alone too long. Don't stay alone too long with yourself and your mind when you get into that state of mind. Do not stay alone too long with a certain train of thought up here because it will grow. It will grow. You do not want it to expand within you. Those anger feelings, those really bad thoughts that you know that are not yours, do not do what you can to make it shrink to where you can like literally push it completely out. Do not spend too much time in your head like that. And I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to have mind over your thoughts. is what you got to do. You lost 50 pounds since last year. Music, you can have some music, you all. Do you feel it? Because something's going on. Mind over matter. And it's easier said than done for some people. It is. It's easier said than done. So I am going to be going, you all. Flying around Muncie, Indiana. You got a black unmarked helicopter flying around Muncie, Indiana. It's around an hour and a half away, I think, from where I'm at. The download frequency generator goes through all frequencies, so calm, you all. Yeah. The cannabis helps. Does it help paradox fossils? If some people, come on, nose is starting to itch. If some people can try it, I know it's they have it available. They do. You're going through major changes. Some would say that people are going through ascension symptoms, major upgrades in your body. Well, something literally is happening inside your body. It is, and it doesn't feel nice to some people. They don't like how it makes them feel because it makes them feel like they're falling apart and that they're going into a downward spiral and feeling out of control. So I am going to go, you all, and thank you for sharing what you have shared because it is important. It's like it's information that people can read in the comment section. And when they read it, they know that, hey, I've had this, this is what's happening to me. I'm so glad that someone else is feeling it. Yeah. You're so welcome, you all. Yeah, don't give negative thoughts attention because they'll grow. They'll grow and they'll consume you. You want positive thoughts, and you need to push the thoughts out of your mind too, the negative ones. Push them out. Don't dwell on them. They'll take you under. They will. So with that being said, thank you. And give this video a thumbs up. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope to see you later. I don't know what I'll share, but I hope to see you later. I do. Love you.